You're watching Mustang News.
Good morning, Mustangs, and happy Halloween. Today is Thursday, October 31st. I'm Ashley DeVriend, and Mustang News starts now. Twitter blew up Tuesday night with posts about Zac Efron being on Cal Poly's campus. Students say he was in the rec center, and some even went there hoping to find him.
I haven't seen pictures yet, so once there's a picture, I think I'd definitely be more likely to believe it. I know Dylan Efron goes here. I know they live off in Rio Grande, but it just, oh no, I don't know about it. I don't think so.
After a Mustang News investigation, we weren't able to find any proof that Efron was at the rec center. So far, there haven't been any pictures of Efron or students that say they personally saw him. Cases of valley fever are now on the rise on the Central Coast. Key symptoms to look out for are breathing problems, fever, and rashes covering the arms and legs. The illness is caused by a fungus that lives deep in soil. When the soil is broken up, the spores are set free and people can breathe them in while inhaling dust. But pinpointing where each case comes from is not easy.
This happened because they were out in the fields plowing and there was dust that was raised from that, or they were riding on a horse, or they were just out hiking and it was dusty. It's fairly hard to track down and say, aha, you got it from this construction project or walking on that trail.
Dr. Harris recommends seeking help if your symptoms last more than 1 week. At 13 years old, most people know how to write essays, but one Cal Poly student wrote an entire book when he was younger, and that book has now gone worldwide. Brianna Whitney shows us why.
We knew that we had to share our grandparents' story with the world.
For Cal Poly junior Daniel Deach, telling his grandparents' story was a must, a story of survival.
This right here, this is my grandmother, and that's my grandfather.
Survivors of the Holocaust, but that wasn't the case for all of his family.
Either gassed in the chamber or they died on death marches.
Daniel and his sister Lauren wrote a book at 12 and 13 years old, but Daniel says it isn't just a children's book.
It's still something that adults can read as well. Middle schools, high schools, college, anyone.
And people from all over the world have read their story.
It's currently in Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and Greece.
As for the profits,
every book that's sold, $1 of it is given towards the Blue Card Fund,
an organization to help families who were affected by the Holocaust. Although Daniel's future plans are different, the story is the same.
I want to make documentaries and movies about the Holocaust.
And professors say that passion shines in class too.
I think when he writes, his intention is to film it. So how would he take the camera and shoot that particular scene?
And Daniel has one message he wants everyone to know.
We need to continue to share it and know about it.
Brianna Whitney, Mustang News.
Daniel hand drew most of the illustrations in the book, and he says hundreds of copies have already been sold. The 2013 Baker Forum is this Friday. The forum will focus on social, political, education, and policy issues in science, technology, engineering, and math. These are also known as STEM issues. William Swanson, the CEO of Raytheon Company, will moderate the panel. The panel is made up of recent Cal Poly grad Sylvia Aguilar, president of the U.S.-Mexico Foundation for Science, Guillermo Fernandez, former Cal Poly president Warren J. Baker, and executive director of the California Council on Science and Technology, Susan Hackwood. The forum is at 2 p.m. in Harmon Hall at the PAC. And after that forum tomorrow, Cal Poly is formally dedicating the new Warren J. Baker Center for Science and Mathematics. The festivities kick off with a reception at the Baker Center at 3:30 p.m. The dedication ceremony starts at 4. Former Cal Poly President Warren Baker, who the building is named after, will speak at the event. And the Baker Center welcomed its first classes this quarter after years of planning and construction. The ceremony will celebrate the completion of the 189,000 square foot building.
So with all the ups and downs we had in a 20-year project, it's just so exciting now. Not only just to have the building, but to have the building that we had envisioned.
If you want to visit the new building, you could take a self-guided tour after the ceremony. Both the media arts and technology and science and technology minors are now being revamped. Each minor will have an introductory course. Students will then be able to choose from 2 concentrations in each minor. Once students finish their concentrations, they reconvene for a capstone class.
Bring this into, say, a capstone where students are looking at the effects of science and technology, say a village where, we're bringing a better way of finding water.
The 4 concentrations are science and risk communications, media, arts and technology, gender, race, culture, science and technology, and ethics, public policy, and technology. The revamped minors will be available in 2015. Thanks for watching today's Mustang News. You can tune in to our weekly half-hour broadcast. That's on Charter Channel 19, UHTV Channel 7, and Campus Channel 2. You can also find constant broadcast coverage on mustangnews.net. Have a great rest of your day, Cal Poly.